Hello, hello, and welcome to day 7 of our women's wellness journey. Hope that you are feeling more ease in each day and implementing some little bits from the sessions that we have together. Like breathing consciously, noticing how we're doing, stopping, pausing to take a moment to ask ourselves how we truly are feeling so that we can breathe a little bit deeper. So as always, we will continue adding on layer upon layer so that we review what we've done and then continue to build upon. And the intention is little steps, one baby step that you can take right here, right now. No need for extra stuff. Don't need to buy anything. You don't need any special equipment. You have everything that you need already within. We begin with our breath. So let us begin now to breathe together consciously, our 3 deep breaths. But first, adjust your posture. Notice how you are seated right now. Are you tall? Is the chest open or not? And then adjust for yourself based on how you feel. Sit up a little bit taller. And let's take a breath in through the nose. Slight pause and getting more comfortable even hearing ourselves breathe. And one more time, inhaling and releasing. A little bit of movement if and when you need to remind you that it's not just when we meet for class. This is something you can do throughout the day. And as always, I am inviting you to do these throughout your day. Who has a cat or a dog? Multiple cats or dogs. Observe your cat or dog throughout the day. And I'm sure when you pay attention, or you don't even have to observe, do they stretch throughout the day? Do they take yoga classes? Doggy yoga classes? Cat yoga classes? Do they take Pilates classes? Do they take stretching classes? No, they stretch all day long, right? Dogs, they're always doing down dog. They lay around, and before they start moving, typically they stretch. Isn't that amazing? No one has to tell them, it's instinctive. So perhaps stretching will start to become more instinctive. We've been sitting, doing all the things, and we just one stretch each time. I'm asking you now, do that stretch. Maybe the arms feel good to go up. Maybe the stretch is here, drawing your shoulder blades together, or maybe the arms down. Stretching to counter this, right? To counter this. Right here, rounded, stretching. Okay. This week's topic is foods that affect our mobility. Really interesting. So you may or may not know my background. I have a PhD in exercise and sports science, along with a master's degree in nutrition. However, you should not need a degree in nutrition in order to make healthy, nutritious choices for yourself. That is also my goal and intention, to give you little bits, little tastes that awaken the taste buds and say, wow, I like that. I want some more of it. Tasty bits. Give me some more. some more information about foods. So foods that affect our mobility, foods that promote mobility. Really interesting. Can you imagine that? That foods can help you to be more nimble, to move around, and foods can hinder your mobility. That's why I thought, let's chat about that. Super interesting. Inflammation, I'm sure you've heard, and anti-inflammation. It's a humongous buzzword. We hear it quite often. What does that actually mean? Inflammation is a body's natural response to something, to a stimulus. If we do action, for some of you, I don't know if anyone here joined me when I subbed the boxing class. Using muscles that you haven't used before, and then you're sore. Yes, have you done that before? It doesn't have to even be an exercise class. Maybe you were moving groceries around. Maybe you were holding grandchildren or children, etc. Lots of different things that can cause a little bit of soreness in the muscles. That soreness is inflammation. Once again, the definition, inflammation is the body's response to something. So that is one form, inflammation, from physical activity. Inflammation comes from stress. So we've talked about stress, and we will continue to talk about stress because it is powerful. Physical stress, emotional stress, mental stress, psychological stress, all of these different stressors cause and create inflammation in the body. Foods create inflammation in the body. The research shows animal-based foods, products, are what cause inflammation, along with processing. You've also heard that perhaps processed foods. Processed foods. What exactly does that mean? Foods that have been processed in a plant, in a facility, to include many ingredients, adding chemicals, additives, preservatives, in order to extend shelf life. Shelf life meaning there are some products that show expiration date is months, years. There is a need for chemicals that are put into the processing of these foods so that they can last longer. And that has an adverse response within our body. Meats, poultry, dairy, fats, specifically trans fats, saturated fats. Again, the processed foods. Anything that comes in a package, when you look at the ingredients and there are ingredients that you cannot read, just looking to see what do I have that I can reach for. We'll continue. This is the start of the conversation because we will meet regularly as we have been, and it's a conversation. And my intention is not to create alarm or to create resistance, animosity. It's to raise awareness, to give you some more information so that you can make better choices for yourself, so that you're choosing from what is a healthier option? What is a healthier option here? I'm not asking you to clean out your cupboards, clean out the kitchen, and have nothing there and only eat fruits and vegetables. What I'm asking you is to be open to hear this information. And with each session, we're going to go a little bit further. What are things that we can do? What is one realistic step that I can take right now, today? So foods that are anti-inflammatory are from plants, fruits and vegetables. Have you ever heard of the term antioxidants? Yes, antioxidants. And I'm not talking about going to the store and buying something in a pill or a powder. I am talking about foods that are naturally antioxidants, fruits and vegetables. Vitamin C and vitamin E are antioxidants, naturally. Foods that are very high in vitamin C, yes, citrus, oranges, lemons, limes, grapefruit are high in vitamin C. They are not the highest in vitamin C, however. The highest are bell peppers. Now, please reach out with any questions. I am also not saying that you just eat oranges every single day. Variety. I'm sure you've heard of that term or quote, variety is the spice of life. Variety. You want variety in your meals. You don't want to eat the same thing all the time. It's boring. It's boring mentally, but consider this. You can think of the term boring for your stomach, for your gut, for your microbiome. That's another term, fancy term that we will continue to talk about, your microbiome, the bacteria that are in your gut. So really cool and interesting is that this science, the science of the microbiome of our gut, is fairly new, and it's continuing to emerge with more and more data, more science, more research being done. So it has been shown the more variety of fruits and vegetables that you eat, the more diverse your microbiome is. So these antioxidants are unique for every plant, for every vegetable, for every fruit. Each one has its own unique health properties. Antioxidants, anti-inflammatories. So add color whenever possible. Color, 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 color. So I'll give some brief color. Think of blueberries. So the top antioxidants are berries, blueberries, wild blueberries, frozen wild blueberries. So if you could do one, choose some blueberries. If you have the option, choose organic blueberries. If there are frozen blueberries, choose frozen organic blueberries. And if there are wild, wild. Strawberries, blackberries, raspberries, boysenberries, all the berries. So that's a starting point, okay? And I will continue to add more. And in your PDFs that you get each session, there will be a list, and each day there will be little pieces. So last thing before we move on, last bit about nutrition that helps to enhance our mobility. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Can you add one fruit or vegetable to your breakfast, lunch, or dinner? No stress, no pressure. That's how you start. What's a typical breakfast? Some people do toast with butter, sprouts. Can you add some sprouts? Can you add some veggies? Maybe you have some spinach. You can chop up a little spinach, sprinkle it on top. Oregano, marjoram, sprinkle that onto your toast. How about this? Instead of a toast with butter, toast with avocado, nice, fresh, beautiful avocado, and then sprinkle some, if you have some spinach, some leftover veggies, sprinkle that on, and then take a little bit of oregano, marjoram. Oregano and marjoram are antioxidant spices. Easy, just sprinkle them on. That's one thing that you can do. All right. Let's come back to our breathing, starting with our box breath. Adjust yourself so that you're comfortably seated. Lengthen the spine. Feel free to close the eyes. Let's move into the breath. Inhaling, hold, exhaling, hold. Inhale, hold, exhale, and hold. Take that breath in, hold, releasing, hold. Once more, inhale, hold, exhale, hold, and release, and resume your regular, comfortable breathing. Some movement, mobility. Move this so that I have some space. We are now going to move our arms. We're going to waken up our body. So maybe it's morning, maybe it's evening. You've been up for a while. We're going to awaken our shoulders. Inhale your arms to wherever they go. Maybe you reach all the way up. Maybe you reach halfway up, quarter of the way up, and then exhale down. Moving comfortably. I'm moving this chair so that I can move. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. And hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Once more, inhale. Hold. Release. Hold. Inhale, lift your shoulders up. Exhale, push them down. So you see, we are now integrating our breath with our movement, different types of breathing. We inhale as we lift the shoulders. Exhale as you push them down. Inhale. Exhale. Once more, lift and release. Bigger movement and circle. So can we inhale as we lift? Exhale as you come down. I'm exaggerating the breath so that you can hear, but it's also giving you an example of what you can do if it feels good for you. Inhaling, exhaling. Once more. And release. Shake. Shaking out your fingers, shaking out your hands, shaking out the wrists. Arms come out to the side, and you're going to reach and come to center, and reach and come to center. Now notice your posture. Is your spine long and tall? And as you're noticing your posture, as you are reaching, feeling a stretch in your side, are you also reaching in your spine so that you're tall? Continue to reach. Depending on how you feel, maybe you are ready to reach a little bit further. Now we're incorporating our breath. So we're inhaling as we come to center. It's like a little bit of a lift, and we exhale, reaching to where your body allows you to go. It's like a little dance. And one more time. Inhaling, reaching, inhaling, and reaching. And let those arms come down. Do you need to do some more movement? Shake things out, roll things out. So I do not know where you are, but I happen to be in California. The sun is shining. It looks like it's a beautiful day. The reason why I ask and bring that up is because we're going swimming. Circling our shoulders, we did this before, and now we have the opportunity to reach up like we did and reach back and down. Reaching up. Notice how your body feels. Reaching back and down. So for me, I feel like, oh, there's a little stickiness, something there where it's not as smooth as this side. I'm not judging it, and I'm not going to force the movement. So I'm adjusting a little bit so that I have space. And we're lifting up and exhaling as the arm comes down. Inhale, you're reaching up, exhaling as it comes down. Please make any adjustments you need for yourself so that you feel good with this movement. Just because I'm demonstrating this way does not mean that you have to do this. You're not obliged to do this. You are obliged to take care of yourself, right? Remember, this is something that we have learned as women typically to put others first. And this is your opportunity in these sessions to take the time to take care of yourself. That is our wellness journey, to notice, oh, my shoulder's a little bit tight. Instead of just going through the motions, to say, oh, maybe I do a little bit of a stretch. Maybe I slow down. Maybe I breathe a little bit more. Maybe I pause. Anytime you need to pause, please do, and then have something to drink. I've got some herbal tea. Okay. And then since we're pausing, let's pause. By now, you have noticed that I pause you often in between our movements. How do you feel? And I ask you that question because I am genuinely interested and I want to know. And remember to do this for yourself as well. How do I really feel? How does this really feel? How does this feel for my shoulders? Feels, now I feel okay that I had a little break. Okay. Here is a little something. We're going to do rotation. So our shoulders rotate inward and they rotate outward. If it feels good for you, you can extend the arms, rotate inward, see how my shoulders move forward, and they roll out. This is one example. I'm going to show you a few examples, and maybe you try them out because you're not sure. So you start with this. Feels okay. Here's another example. I'm coming here. The camera you can't really see, maybe. Here, much better. Okay, so a right angle with the elbows, if that is in range and comfortable for you. And then I'm bringing my hands down, and then I'm coming up. If it feels good to go back a little bit, you can do that as well. So let's do this because this is easier to see where we are. So we're here, the arm is straight up and down, and we come forward. Then we're parallel with the floor. The spine is still long. We are using our core to keep us lifted. Arms come up, and it feels good to come back. Good. We'll do a few of these. Comfortable. We're not forcing the movement. We are never forcing anything, so that we can find some ease. You can force the body will resist, it will tighten, or we gradually move through the exercises, gradually ease into the availability of the movement that we have for the day. So coming forward, and then all the while we're paying attention to our posture, to our breathing, any sensations like feel this, the shoulder feels a little. Let's do one more then. Coming forward, coming up, and let's release. Give the shoulders a little break. What do you need? Do you need a shake? Do you need to circle? Everything is connected from the shoulders up, shoulders down. So let us move into our funny double, triple chin. So we can release all of the surrounding areas, moving at a pace that's good for you. You don't have to follow my exact pace, but Head comes forward, and then we bring it back. Are you starting to feel a difference when you do these exercises? My neck is not as tight, thank goodness. Okay, these last three, we're not forcing them, but I want you to be conscious. Can you exhale and release as you bring the head back? Forward. And last one, releasing. Shoulders down. So our chest, our back, we're going to arch forward and we're going to round. Arching and rounding. So now I'm making this a little bit more of an undulating movement so that the head comes forward, chest comes forward, and then I round. Tailbone, hips, lower back, middle back, upper back, shoulders, neck, and head, and then forward and back. Again, you are all the while paying attention to yourself. You're adjusting for yourself. Comfortable movement and noticing if something is not comfortable. And then making the movement smaller or bigger, depending on how you feel. Taking the best care of yourself that you can. Let's do one more of these. Coming forward, coming back. Okay. Let's lift the shoulders up. Push them down. Lift them up. Push them down. Inhale. Reaching the arms up. Exhale, bringing them down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, come down. And we swim. Arm comes up. Reaching back. Other arm reaches up and comes back. You can lean your body. You can look up at your hand. Look up at your arm. For extra credit, you've gone for a swim or you go for a swim. Today, tomorrow, the next day, if you have the opportunity. And if you like to swim, why not? One more, right side and left. Reaching up and back. And goalposts. Nice and tall with the spine, core is engaged. Arms come to where they move, naturally, comfortably. Notice if you're tensing up anywhere, and what can you do? Can you find a little bit more ease? Can you smile? As always. And that's another something you can apply. You know, I didn't really take too much from what Audrey said, but I've been smiling because she said. That's another good one. That's a win. Okay, let's do 4, 3. Remembering our breath, remembering our posture, all of the things. And this is our last one. Good. Take those arms down. Feel the release. And chin comes forward. Back. Forward. Two more. Last one. Good. Let's give a stretch. Take your hands. You can interlace. Extend your arms forward. Feel that stretch in your shoulders, maybe in your upper back. Let's inhale. Exhale. Hands behind you. And if you have space, and if it feels good, maybe you interlace your hands. No opening up the chest. Creating that arch. As we take one more deep breath in and out, releasing. All right. Thank you so much for joining our session today. Have a wonderful rest of your day and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you so much.